and welcome to the Not So Traveling Introvert. Today I want to talk about interviews. Something that came up recently with some clients is that they are happy at their job, they're happy where they work, they like their boss, they're not even thinking of moving, and were shocked to think about interviewing with other people because they've been approached by recruiters. And here's the thing. If you are in a job and you are happy and you like everything, you probably won't move for 3 to 5 years. In that time, interviewing might change. You might be rusty with your skills and you'll have to sort of panic about what to say, how to say it, and your story. It's almost like, sorry for those of you who are not American like myself, it's like Thanksgiving dinner. You want Thanksgiving dinner to be the best dinner ever. And there's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a timing involved, but you only make Thanksgiving dinner once a year. How are you expected to perfect something that you only do once a year? And you probably have some like instructions and some old recipes and some other things and different equipment and so on and so forth. So here's the thing. If you see jobs that you might be interested with, or even jobs with companies that you are interested with, interviewing and applying for jobs is a really good way for you to get to know the organization. You might think one thing about the organization and maybe you don't know anyone, so you can, ask for like an introductory sort of interview. But if you actually get to interview, you get to ask all the questions and the things that you want to know, like how they work, what kind of environment it is, the questions that would really make a difference for you to know if you want to work for that kind of an organization. And so when you're thinking about interviewing, even if you are happy with your job, it's also really good for you to know you get to practice how to interview. You get to practice answering the questions. You get to practice interviewing the company for what you want. You get to find out what the latest thing is for interviewing, what questions are being asked, what's expected, what kind of feedback you do or don't get. And you want to know the other wonderful thing that you get from interviewing. Even if you are happy at your current position, you get to find out pay that other companies are giving, and you get to start building relationships with recruiters. And you get to have an up-to-date resume, which you should always have. Every 6 months, you should be looking at your resume, updating it and making sure your stories are in line with the role that you want and make any pivots if needed. But starting to make real real relationships with recruiters is key. So when you are actually ready to go and look for a role, you already have this network of recruiters that you can be like, hey, this is what I'm good at. These are the kind of companies that I want to work for. And this is the amount of money that I want. Go get some. And they will find you what you are looking for because they've had that time to build that relationship with you and know what roles or locations will and won't be a good fit. Don't think about interviewing with other organizations as betraying your actual company. It is a way for you to do research. And who knows, you might discover a role or an organization or a person that is in line with what you want, that maybe pays more, maybe has more flexible hours, maybe has better healthcare, maybe, whatever it might be that you are looking for. This whole process will help you determine what are your things that you want, things that are nice to have, and things that are no way I'm ever going to do that again. It is all data for you to use to go ahead and build your career. It is part of your personal development because the more often that you do it, the more you exercise that muscle on interviewing, the better at it you're going to be, the better prepared you are going to be for the questions, the more confident you're going to feel about the answers that you're giving. And also, you'll actually realize the growth that you're having in your current organization because your answers will change with that growth that you are having. So I highly recommend still applying for jobs. I still apply for jobs and I have my own business. So you shouldn't let that stop you. Thank you for listening. This is Janice at the Career Introvert, helping you build your brand and get hired. Have a great rest of your week.